Today our topic is drugs affecting on blood. Blood is specialized body fluid. It has four main components: plasma, red blood cell, white blood cell, and platelets. Blood has different functions including transporting oxygen and nutrients to the lungs and tissues, forming blood clot to prevent excess blood loss, carrying cells and antibodies that fight infection, bringing waste product to the kidneys and liver, which filter and clean the body, regulating blood temperature. We have different blood content analysis, whole blood separation. In this you can see that the different in the blood is a mixture of plasma and blood, and they separate plasma and red blood cells, serum and clot. Our blood contain number of numerous our blood contain numerous substance of which we learn function state of the body. Blood is composed of former element. The elements are red blood cell, erythrocyte, eosinophil, platelets, monocytes, lymphocytes, basophils, and neutrophils. A blood component, that is a description, result, and unit measurement of the patient. That way, the patient is female, and here there is a sample of blood, and you can see the result of analysis. Liquefied blood cell is the result of 5.0. Unit of measurement is x10 or 9 per L. Normed 4.0 to 9.55. That is 10 crazy power 9 is 1000. And there is tab neutrophil is 14.0, and segmented neutrophil is 59.0, eosinophil is 5.0, lymphocyte is 10-15, monocyte is 7, the concentration of hemoglobin is 19.1, the concentration of red blood cell RBC is 33.64, hematocrit or volume of red blood cell 27.2, MCV is 74.7, MCH is 25.0. The average concentration of hemoglobin in red blood cell MCH is 335.0. RDW over CV, red blood distribution width and coefficient of variation 2.7, and red cell distribution width standard deviation is 61.9. The color index is 0.75, platelet is 167.0, and platelet is 0.149, and MPV is 8.9, and ECR is 35.0. Red blood cell. What is red blood cell? As you can see, the red blood cell, also called erythrocyte, cellular component of blood, millions of which in the circulation of vertebrates give the blood its characteristics color and carry oxygen from lungs to tissues. It covered with membrane composed of lipids and protein, lacks a nucleus, and contain hemoglobin, a red iron-rich protein that binds oxygen. Hemoglobin Hb in blood carry oxygen from lungs or gill to the rest of the body. You can see the Hb is about 27 million, as you can see that. And next one is leukocyte. Leukocyte that is converted into agranulocyte, and leukocyte converted into granulocyte and agranulocyte. In granulocyte, that is composed monocyte and lymphocyte. Monocytes have macrophages and phagocytosis. Phagocytosis is an dendrite cell. Macrophage is responsible for the initiation of adaptive immune responsible, that is phagocytosis and dendrite sites, and lymphocyte as large NK and small t thymus, killer T suppression, B bone, and you can see mast cell HIV, granulocyte, neutrophil, and eosinophils. Now, the next one is platelets. Platelets are thrombocytes, or small colorless cell fragments in our body that form clots, stop or prevent bleeding. When we have some cut on our hand on in our body, plates come outside and make a clot that prevent to control our blood from to outside. Bone marrow contains stem cells that develop into red blood cell, white blood cell, and platelets. Platelets are made on our bone marrow, sponge-like tissue inside our bone. Hematopoiesis is the production of circulation erythrocyte, red blood cell, RBCs, platelets, and leukocytes from undifferentiated stem cells. This remarkable process produces over 200 billion new body cells per day in the normal person and ever greater number of cells in people with conditions that cause loss or destruction of blood cells. The hematopoietic machinery residue primary in the bone marrow in adult and require a constant supply of essential nutrients such as iron, vitamin B12 and folic acid. Hematopoietic growth factor protein that regulate the proliferation and differentiation of hematopoietic cells are also required. The circulation blood cells play an essential role in the oxygenation of tissue, coagulation, protection against infection agent, and tissue repair. Blood cell deficiency is a relatively common occurrence that have a profound effect on health. Inadequate supply of either growth factor or much more commonly the essential nutrients in deficiency of the functional blood cells. There are the number of pathophysiological conditions associated with dysfunction of the circulatory system. The major problem are thrombosis, the forming of an unwanted clot within the blood vessel or heart, uncontrolled bleeding as a result of disease or injury, and anemia caused by disease or nutritional deficiencies. Other problems that can arise include cancer associated with component of circulatory system, for example, leukemia, lymphoma. Disease result in reduces or increased function of the immune system is rheumatoid arthritis, systematic lupus, and hyperlipidemia is covered elsewhere. Drug class drugs affecting blood. Class drugs affecting blood. There are drugs used in correct dysfunction of the blood. Antithrombotic treatment, platelet aggregation inhibitors, anticoagulants, thrombolytics, treatment for anemia, treatment for bleeding disorder. Now you can see the primary homeostasis, the formation of weak platelets, which is achieved in four phases: vasoconstriction, platelet adhesion, platelet activation, and platelet aggregation. Vasoconstriction is the initial response whenever there is a vessel injury, and you can see the collagen fiber come close to each other and there is a damaged vessel and activated thrombosis. They are collect together and make a clot. And you can see the secondary hemostasis refer the cascade of enzymatic reaction that ultimately result in the conservation of fibrinogen to fibrin monomer. Fibrin monomer are then cross-linked into insoluble strand that serve to stabilize the loose platelet clot formed in primary hemostasis. Von Willebrand disease. Von Willebrand disease, that is a VWD, affect of 1% of the population, including women and men. Many people who have the condition, the undiagnosed, generally inherited von Willebrand disease, is marked by problem with von Willebrand factor, a clotting protein that helps blood platelets stick to the wall of injured blood vessels. Antithrombic drugs. Anticoagulants, heparin, nadoparin, calcium, that is praxipirine, rivaroxaban, that is Xarelto, and varfarin. Antiplatelet drug, that clopidogrel, and that other one is dipyramide, damol, and other one is acetyl salicylic acid and abicimix. Thrombolytic, that is the streptase and aminase. The drug we use name is anticoagulant, heparin sodium. Another one is rexipirine. Third one is varosabine, and fourth one is varfarin. Intended dose is 2 to 5, and then 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20 mg, or 2 to 10 mg. Parental dose is 10,000 to 12,500 to 20,000 or 25,000 USP. 3,800 or 9,500 units. Half-life is first one have 60 to 90 minutes, other one is 3 to 7, third one is 5 to 9, and fourth one is 20 to 60. Other drugs are Pelvix, sixth one is pyridamol, seventh one is aspirin, and eighth one is Saxibam. Internal dose is 75 mg, 300 mg, 20 to 50, 75 mg, 50 to 75, 75 to 100 mg. Parental dose is 20 mg over ml. Half-life 0.5 to 10, 20 to 60 minutes, and 10 to 30 minutes. Platelet thrombus aggregation inhibitor. As you can see that You, as you can see, that is the platelet have YWF or a glycoprotein, IBX, microtubule, dense body, lysosome, collagen, glycoprotein, surface connected, alpha granule, mitochondria, and ADP receptor. All these are ADP receptor, that is why clotrimazole disease is used for ADP receptor, or pyridamole used for